You can see that the rifle comes in a cardboard box which contains foam. There's areas in the foam which has been cut out to allow to hold 2 magazines, the silencer, a tin of pellets, and in the bottom right hand side also a scope. You can see at the top of the picture there's also the rifle manual and a set of Allen keys which come with the rifle. So in this part of the review we're just going to take a quick brisk overlook of the rifle itself before we go into more detailed testing. So only arrived today, so I've just put this scope on. It's been levelled off with plumb bobs and a plumb line, and you can see it is the Artemis M16A, and this one is in 22 calibre. It comes starting at the front. This one Tony sent a small silencer, and it's a female UNF half-inch silencer what's gone on, and the barrel is inside this vented shroud. You can see the vents hopefully showing up here, and it is quite quiet even with this small silencer on, which is probably only 4.5 maybe 5 inches maximum. It's got a 350cc air body bottle here, and this one is an 11 shot because 2.2. Now it comes in 3 different calibers. It comes in 2.5, 2.2 and 1.77, and I've got the instructions here. It's saying in 1.77 it's 13 shots, in 2.2 it's 11 shots, and in 2.5 it's 9 shots. It weighs 3.1 kilos unscoped, and it is regulated with a max fill pressure of 250 bar. Now I've just put just over 200 in this because I don't like to fill any of my rifles to maximum fill pressure. Side lever cocking, and for a gun costing, I think this one's around £399, but I'll put something definitely in more actual later on. It's very smooth, so cock, and the trigger is absolutely phenomenal for a rifle of this price. Lovely 2-stage trigger. Tony set it up just like I like it, a small first stage like that, and all I've got to do is touch it, and it's basically nothing, and the second stage releases and the rifle fires. Coming into the shoulder, it's really nice. It's got a vented butt pad here, and people use these on spring rifles more to reduce the recoil, but obviously there's no recoil. The stock has not got no fancy checkering, so if you're into fancy checkering, there's none on this, but it has got quite a nice pattern in the wood if you look closely. I know that Tony's asked for some more of these to be sent with darker stocks made, because I know a lot of people prefer a darker stock. I'm one of those. You'll see the safety catch is inside the trigger there, so it can flick on and off. And what else was I going to say about this one? Oh yeah, and I think Tony says for a spare magazine, I think you're talking between 24 and 26 pound on this rifle, so you can get a couple for 50 quid, where other ones you don't get much change from 70 pound from other rifles. I don't know the exact shot count yet, but I can imagine even at just over 200 bar you're talking well over 100 and probably 150, something like that. I'm just guessing. As I said, it's regulated. This gauge here is for the regulator. That's not for how much air you've got in the body bottle. And just under this rubber cap here, which is a good idea, it comes with this rubber cap. There's the filler port there for filling it up. First impressions, very, very nice. Not too long. I don't like a really long rifle. Even with the silencer on it, it's not too long. Got an Optisan MTC Mamba 4-16 by 50 side focus on, and if you notice on there, I've got a weaver mount here and an upside down weaver mount here, and this is because I'm going to be using the digital Night Stalker night vision equipment on this, giving it a test, be it 2.2, and people who followed me for a while know that 2.2 actually is my favourite calibre. This will be a really good rat stopping rifle with that kit on, and once I've got it calibrated which I intend to do over the next day or so, used for rabbits as well, with the rangefinder on at night. So having a more loopy trajectory won't really affect me, because I'll know the calibration and I'll know the exact distance using the rangefinder. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the magazine. So as we said, because this is 2.2, it's got an 11-shot magazine with it, and you'll see in this, just here, you've got a single hole what goes all the way through, and you can see my finger moving behind it, and to the left of it there's another hole with a backplate. It's the hole with the backplate that you fill the magazine from. So I'm just trying to do this. So you drop the pellet in like so, and what I've found, if you use something like an Allen key or something small, you push the pellet to the backplate, which is really good, because it means if you use this technique I'm showing you now, every pellet will be placed and seated in the magazine in the same way. So that's in, and then you just rotate it one turn like so, pop your pellet in again, and using something just pop it down again and rotate. It just means that the pellets now are seated all the same in the magazine, so that's a good design what they put into this. The magazine works really well as well. I've had no jams whatsoever. H&M Field Target Trophy at 14.66 grain. That's it. Last one was out, but Air Arms Field 15.9 grain. I think this is the last one. Yep. RWS Super Field at 15.9 grain. Not sure I'm near fire, I'll just keep going in. No, this is empty now. Yep, that's empty. So folks, I'm back in the house now, and I'm in the room where I keep my guns. I've got my cabinet behind me, as you can see, and I want to talk a little bit about the results. So it was really pleasing to see that the 3 brands of pellets I did put through the chronograph all was very consistent, so it proves that the regulator on the Artemis is doing a good job. The 2 I'm really interested in though are the H&M Field Target Trophy and the RWS Super Field. I'm going to start with the H&M Field Target Trophy. I did a 10-shot string through the chrono, and they had a total spread of only 7 feet per second, which was really good. They had an average feet per second of 584.9, which is around about 11.2 foot-pounds, so really good. And they had a standard deviation of only 2.23 feet per second, so you know, that's impressive. So these were the most consistent at the muzzle, or given the least spread. Now the other, in fact I'll just show you that just so you can see that. Let's verify what I've just said. And the other brand is the RWS Super Field, so I'll just show you that first, then I'll talk about it. And what's good about them is you'll see on there's 4 readings. I think it's 579 feet per second off the top of my head, all exactly the same, and 3 of them actually came in a row, so they are really consistent. Now there was 11 shots string taken through the chrono on this particular brand, and the average spread, or the total spread, is only 10 feet per second, so it's less than 1 foot per second between all shots. Standard deviation was 3.17 feet per second, really good again, and that produced an average foot-pound of 11.8. so yet again, it's not going to go over, or it shouldn't go over, because they're a heavier pellet anyway, and it's never, people can't say it's not powerful enough for maximum range hunting. So that'd be interesting to see how these 2 brands go shoot. The other brand, Air Arms Field, also did well with only a 10 feet per second, or total spread, also good, but there wasn't so consistent as pulling duplicate numbers as the RWS Super Field. But as we've always said, when we get out to distance, it doesn't mean whatever's, or we can't say whatever's been the most consistent at the muzzle will be the most accurate at range. It don't work like that. If it is, it will be H&M Field Target Trophy, but I've got a sneaking feeling it might be one of the other brands, but we'll see later on. Right, you can probably hear it's absolutely hammering it down with rain, which is never good for testing. And there's also a slight breeze. This is at 25 meters or 27.3 yards. I have been adjusting it off camera and I'm not far off now, so I'll film this group and see how we get on. There you go, there's 3 shots, and there, just pellet on pellet. We are Arms Field. The tinging you heard is I've got a bit of can on top of the camera to stop the rain getting in it, but we're going to have a look at that now. So, move to the target end, and there you can see 3 shots. There's no point in putting any more in. It's proved itself with 3, but I've got a new 2-2 pellet there, and there you go. So at 27 yards with Air Arms Field, this Artemis M16 Alpha can put pellet on pellet, and you just witnessed it. So really impressive, and that's why it pays to do pellet testing, and that's why I do it, because you want results like that. Right, so I did my pellet testing off camera, and then filmed the 3 shots at 0 distance, but then the rain has just absolutely hammered down when I was going to go back out to 50 yards to film the long range group for you with the best pellet brand. But as you can see, I'm absolutely drenched, so I'm not going to do it today. So I'll film the long distance stuff another day when it's not so wet. Okay, I'm going to zoom in to 55 yards. And you see I put a windsock up. There's only the slightest bit of breeze. But I have been check zeroing at a closer distance, 25 meters or 27 yards, and it was moving more. So I'm going to cock the rifle, adjust the parallax, and see how we get on. all went in the exact same hole. There we go, that's 3 shots at 55 yards, 2 in the same hole and 1 just below it. Now, I did say to myself that if I could get under an inch, I'd be happy, because you know, we look at a sort of like an inch as a kill zone, and this is maximum range of air rifle hunting for sub 12 foot-pound. Well, that's under a 5p. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you. It's the gun. I was just laid prone. So you've got to be happy with that, haven't you? 399 pound rifle, throwing 3 pellets at 27 yards through the same hole, making a hole the size of the pellet, and then 3 pellets at 55 yards under a 5p. You know, that's pretty good. That's doing what a lot of guns 700, 800, 900 pounds are doing. So yeah, well in. So I'll put the target end, and I ain't got a 5p, but what I'll get is one of these 2 pellets what's been flattened on the metal, which is obviously way smaller than a 5p, and if I put it there like that, you can imagine now that a 5p would cover them 3 shots. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's 1 down. There he goes. "64 meters this crow." Oh, there we go. Down he goes. Got him. I had to go here for a safe backstop. So after all that testing and calibration off camera with the Artemis, I've come to one of my other permissions, which is a new one, which is a beef farm, and I saw that jackdaw. I had to get into a position where I knew that if the pellet went straight through, it wouldn't impact on any of the cows. So I had to sneak around a little bit to get the shot, but as you saw, I took him cleanly. So you can see right at the end is a big stone wall. Here he is. See, nice headshot. Up there, I can just see his chest. Oh, brilliant art shot, clean as a whistle. Well, there's that dove. As you saw, that was taken as clean as you can take a bird, straight through the heart, and it was dead before it even hit the floor. Oh, they don't come deader than that. That was 49 meters, so 54 yards, straight in the head. There we go, straight down, 45 meters, about 49 yards, massive crack. Well, I love shots like that. That were 45 meters on the laser, and it sat on that branch. Smacked it, really hit it hard. I could hear the thud. There was a delay, and then he went down. 399 pound rifle doing the job. Right, I've just walked round the farm now to where I shot that crow. I said it went with a thump. I don't know if you can see it, but it's up there on the track. Down he goes. That was 34 meters, that coloured dove.